dude's an asshole, man. That dude's an asshole and he knows it.
From the mean streets of Brooklyn, to the cornfields of Des Moines, Iowa, to the Cascades of Boise, Idaho, this is the one and only Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mayor Goomberg, high atop of the Boise. Well, now I'm in Des Moines, Iowa for a minute. Transfer, you know how that goes, work people. And today we're going to talk about a very, very, very touchy subject that the sisterhood does not want me to talk about. But I'm going to relate it to them and to you and to I. We're going to talk about this situation. Now, the gentleman on the right, well, I don't know if you call him gentleman, beat the lady on the right. I mean, the gentleman on the left beat the lady on the right. The result was the picture in the middle. This is the Chad Wheeler situation. Now, let me preface this by saying no amount of domestic violence is pushed over here or by people in general. Domestic violence is bad. Now, that being said, as far as the sisterhood and everybody, they're trying to get guys like myself, brothers basically, to rally around a cause against this. Now, I rally around the cause. I told you, nobody deserves domestic violence. And that's where it stops. And let me tell you why this is where it's going to stop. Because remember, for the forever when you think about up until the last couple generations, but more lately, last decade, haven't these chicks been talking about divesting, need to go over this and that, sort out other races, leave the black men alone? Meanwhile, they're the lowest on dating sites, so let's remember that. Now, black men didn't say anything. Black men didn't care. We said, all right, go see how that works out for you. Now, not saying that this is the worst outcome that you should have, but I'm saying is don't call me now when what happened. You championed for this. I want to see your other sister, the sisterhood, talk about this. We shouldn't have to. You wanted divesting, and at the end of the day, like I said, you heard my thing. Nobody, I don't care what race or color you are, you don't deserve domestic violence. But at the end of the day, she picked them. And let's not be naive. You think this is the first time that they got into this? Ask yourself that. She tried to say he didn't take his meds. She's making excuses for him already. So that already told you that nobody should be jumping in. She's starting to make excuses for him. And FYI, a little side note. Anytime you see stuff like this happen, if you jump in, 8 times out of 10, the chick's going back to the guy to beat her. But back to making bastard factories. These chicks, along with their snot-nosed hellions beside them, their hoodlums, wanted to divest. And I've talked about this before. No. Why do 51%, my fault, I want to get it straight. Why do 51% of black men, why don't they have kids? Now, you're going to say 51%, that's because the most of them are in jail. No, they're not. That's the ones in jail are the ones you guys are having kids to. The deadbeat ones are the ones you guys are having kids to. It's the young men are seeing how that this package deal you talk of, they're learning from their fathers and the way you treated their fathers. They're learning there's no package deal. But back to this, these chicks. You'll see videos on YouTube say how black men don't help the black women, and all that. You go to his peoples. Now, I'm not making this a race thing, because like I said, I don't care what color a chick is myself. As long as she looks good to me and I look good to her, hell, I got friends, I hang out with, they're different races. I don't care about that. I'm talking about the people that propagated, politicized, burned the torch for, marched for, swirling and all that. You literally made a big deal out of swirling. Now when the chickens come home to roost, you want me to fight for that? Nah, she picked them. Now I know they're gonna have the usual deflections. That's all. Like, let me talk. When I talk about black women, I'm talking about a specific group of black women. I'm not talking about my mom's generation and past, even though there was domestic violence there. And I know they're gonna say, well, black men beat on women too. Let me tell you what the biggest group of domestic beaters are. It's lesbians, and this has been proven. Look this shit up. Lesbians are the biggest domestic violent group. Lesbians, I'm talking about the Black Lives Matter, all that. The lesbians, they're the rainbow, whatever. They're the biggest group of beaters. They'll beat your partner. FYI, the stud lesbian, if you didn't know, a little interesting side note, will sleep with a man. How do you think all these lesbians, these stud lesbians, are getting pregnant? It ain't artificial insemination, and they ain't married. She just ain't coming out to touch them, and all of a sudden they're pregnant. Trust me, they're getting slipped some dick. But back to what I was talking about. You see all these chicks making videos, and I'm not gonna mention all these chicks. You know about how to describe them. You got the bald ones. You got the chicks who sleep with guys and have kids to them willy-nilly. Wow, that's about the only type of chicks. There ain't any good ones. I described them all. Fat. They'll go up and down, make videos about divesting, swear about how the black men are Satan or this or that, how the black men don't do nothing for them. When something like this comes up, who do you think they run to? They're running back to black guys saying, how come you guys aren't marching for us? Well, number one, you want to swirl and you fucking got it. That'd be like me. No, look, let me put it this way. If he beats you once, like I can understand when you get with him. That love is love, whatever your business. But don't tout it as you're throwing so many places you want to swirl because you don't like me. Okay, I'll take it as fuck you anyway. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is I'll compare it to something else. You know how some people have exotic snakes and pets and stuff? Okay, I'll use an alligator as an example. Well, I won't use an alligator because that's too drastic. I'll use a snake. You know if you have a pet python or something, you pet it. And he doesn't, you know how pythons are. They're not, I mean, they slither around, but they're mind their business type. One day you handle your python starts, he acts like an asshole and he bites you. Then he starts to, put his body around your arm. You can feel constricting. Then and there would give me, my spider sense would be tingling on that one. I'm like, all right, now I gotta watch this motherfucker because he might bow up on me. And then that's like, then if he, I ain't gonna use the children because that's kind of it happens, but I ain't gonna use that. It's like, then your boa constrictor bites the family dog. I'll use a small dog like a poodle. It bites the poodle and chokes him out. Now you're mad at the python for doing that. But first of all, that's the python's nature. First of all, it's his nature. Second of all, when you got bit by the python and the python was wrapping his arms around you and constricting and trying to take the blood out, you should have been saying, "Hey, look, keep the dog around from this." But now that you're part of that mixture, you can't blame the python. Python just did what he's supposed to do. You can't cry for me on, why kill the python? You knew the python was like that. And then let's face it, I'm going to bring a big point that you guys aren't going to like, women, but the guys know I'm telling the truth. These chicks blow up on men. Come on now, let's be honest. They blow up on men. And if you blow up on a man, even a Chad or Brad, he gonna take some type of way. Because why now are you making excuses that he didn't take his medicine? He didn't take his medicine because he probably was never on. The only medicine he's probably on or pain meds for football. If he was on psych meds, NFL has a lot of stuff to go through. What this is, she loves him, and now she realizes. I think it was like a Ray Rice situation. I think it was a mutual combat. She just happened to pick the wrong day to be an asshole. And that's just me. I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying she deserves it. I'll tell you that right now. But this ain't the good old days where you women think you're going to blow up on people, hit people, think you ain't going to get nothing back. You got to pick your fucking battles here. I can see if she had like a midget for a boyfriend. Hey, you might be worth a go around. You know, you don't get your ass kicked, but worth it. But you going up against an NFL lineman, that's athletic talent. Now she says that she didn't bow down to him. I don't believe that, because she can spin the narrative any way she wants. But if you notice, there's not a lot of outrage from people in general about this. Look around. If the outrage is coming from, you get some guys, black guys on ESPN, because they're going to do it. But they're only doing that. They're not doing that looking out for her. They even act like they're doing it. They're doing it because of what happened to Ray Rice. They're not doing it because of her, trust me. They're doing it because of Ray Rice. So in the end, like I said, nobody deserves this. No, I'm not condoning domestic violence. But if you're going to throw swirling at me 24/7, and something like that happens, you made your bed. Now roll up under the covers and go to bed, motherfucker. It's not my problem. You picked them. This is Mayor Goomberg. I'm out.